I am Caitlynn McDaniel. I am with Gaiety and Pride on Instagram. It's so great to be with you here to talk to you. How are you?
How are you? I'm so happy to connect and can't wait to hear, your experience of seeing season two.
Yes, I'm great. I'm doing good. Thank you. I loved seeing season two. I loved the show growing up. Just Jessie Soprano being back for another season. But I want to ask you, what has it been like going from, getting the band back together to now progressing into a season two?
I love that. Literally and figuratively, the band back together, friends
Yes.
forever. Of course, we can't forget that. Little known fact, I was actually not in that episode because I had hurt my knee on set. So it's always been my personal heartbreak that I was not in it, but I got to, in this moment of the reimagining, get back into that band with them from last season. But being with the cast has been incredible. I mean, such a full circle moment. And um, to be with people that you've grown up with is really special.
Absolutely. And then, just progressing into this new season, but also just, the reimagining of the show. I love that it brings in so many topics and has such a diverse cast, and there's the LGBTQ aspect.
Yes.
And I know your character Jessie has always been woke and very ahead of her time, I have
Oh,
felt.
yeah.
So, what would this show mean to her, like mean to a young Jessie?
Oh my gosh. Look, a lot of the things that Jessie as a kid stood for and fought for, she had to kind of fight alone. And she would have found such gifts in this version of the show to know that like young women have a voice. They don't have to apologize for it. They don't have to justify or substantiate anything. I think that's what's so incredible about any of the youth that are watching, our show, and it's specifically in season two, where they really get to be expressed even more, because season one is about the introduction, but our characters have such dimension and express themselves in ways that are so reflective of, truly the youth of today. This is not someone's version of it. And I love that, the authenticity that, when I hear our kids talking on set, like there's not a difference in terms of, just things they take a stand for. And so that's very Jessie Spano.
Yes, and I love that aspect, and I love seeing the friendships and the stuff we're building on the show. And you got to see it from as a cast member, but also as a producer on this project, working with Tracy Wigfield and Mario Lopez and Josie. So what was that experience like?
For me, I'm really looking forward to doing even more producing. It's something that it feels like I've grown into, and it makes the most sense for me to kind of step into that other aspect of my work. Obviously, in addition to acting all the time, but I really, really love it. I love the collaboration, and with Tracy on board, especially someone as smart as her and someone who, to be working with a woman, frankly, it's been a real thrill for me. I grew up in an industry where I did have Sherry Lansing as a mentor, which was amazing. She was head of Paramount, for anyone that may not know, but there weren't a lot of women to look to, and to be able to collaborate. I remember being on set one day with a female director, Katie Locke O'Brien, Tracy over here, the writer Yamara Taylor. It's incredible, and so reflects, how times are changing for the better. So sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, but I'm very passionate about it, because it's been amazing to me, not just with conversations, but with actual actions, to really just see the development and change on our set when you just look all around the diversity, how inclusive it is. And as a producer, I've also loved being a part of the casting process, which specifically on this show was crucial. That is at the heart, it's the heart of the show. It's who do we care about? And these kids really, I'm just really proud of them. I knew they were stars when we first saw them, when they first came in, every session they did. And it's so exciting to see them grow and thrive and share their gifts.
Absolutely. I think the show has so much heart, and that definitely comes through across the screen. So thank you so much. And I can't wait
And
for more people to see the season 2.
thank you. Yeah, I think what's going to be fun is if anyone didn't have Peacock when season 1 came around, and now they're streaming, they can catch up with season 1 and go right into binge on Thanksgiving weekend.
Yes, this is the perfect time for binging.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for chatting. It was great.
Like this video? Follow us for more.